Welcome back to this channel. In this tutorial, we're going to talk about installing Kali Linux as a virtual machine on Ubuntu. So this is going to allow us to use multiple OS on one computer device. In the previous video, we talked about doing this step but on a Windows computer. So if you're a Linux user, this is the right video for you. So before we commence with this video, you have to make sure you have the virtualization feature enabled on your computer. You can restart your computer or boot up your computer, then press F10 or any shortcut to take you to your BIOS setting. When you're in your BIOS setting, navigate to the configuration, and then you're going to see a virtualization feature. Tick the box there and it's going to enable it for you. Then you can click on OK and save, and then you can proceed with this video. So I'm going to repeat again. We are installing Kali Linux as a virtual machine on Ubuntu. So we're going to be installing Kali Linux on VMware. You can also install any other operating system with this technique. You can install Windows as a virtual machine or any other operating system. But for this video, we're going to be installing Kali Linux as a virtual machine on Ubuntu. So the first thing you have to do is to navigate to your browser and go to the kali.org platform, and there you can download the virtual machine images. You can see the installer images over here, or you can see the virtual machine images. Just click on this. So since the software we're going to be using is VMware, we're going to go to the VMware version of it, and we're going to click on download. And now this is going to pop up this menu for you, so you can select your location where you want to download this file and click on save. But for me, as you already can see, I have this file. When the download is done, you can navigate to your file and you can see this Kali Linux virtual image over here. So it ends with this .7z archive. So all we have to do is to extract it and compress this archive to reveal its original content. So to do that, we are going to right click and click on extract, and this is going to extract this file to reveal its original content. All you have to do is give it a bit of time to complete this process. So now we are done extracting this archive, and you can see the original virtual image needed to run on a virtual machine. And if you hover around it, you can see it ends with this VMware extension. So we need to download this software called VMware in order to run this virtual image. So all you have to do next is to go over to your browser once again, go to the vmware.com. When you're there, scroll down, and you're going to see for Windows and you're going to see for Linux. So all you have to do is click on try workstation 17 player for Linux. Click on download now, and you can choose the location where you want to download this file. As you can see, I already have this file downloaded, so I'm not going to do this. So I have the VMware installer file in my download. So all we have to do now is to go over to the terminal to properly install this on our Ubuntu device. So head over to your terminal, and then we can cd into downloads. Now we're there, we can do an ls to list every file there, and now you can see this VMware player. So this is the installer file we're going to use to install VMware on our computer device. So first we have to change the permission to an executable. So all we have to do is sudo +x, then the file we want to change to an executable. So this is the command to change this file permission to an executable. So we're going to hit enter and put the password And now do an ls again, and you can see it turns green, showing that this particular file is now an executable. So we can clear this screen. Now, in order to run this file, as before running this executable, we need to install the build essentials package, because with this package we can now install properly our VMware on the Ubuntu device. So this package is needed to properly install VMware on our Ubuntu device. So first we have to update the source where we're going to install this package from. So all we have to do is sudo apt update, hit enter. So we can now clear our screen, and the command we're going to do next is sudo apt, we'll say install build essential. Now it's done. We can now clear the screen, and let's do an ls. Now we have to run this executable in order to extract it and properly install it on our computer device. So in order to run this executable, we have to do this command sudo dot forward slash, and we're going to see VMware, and now hit enter, and this is gonna extract the VMware installer, and it's gonna properly install VMware on your computer device. So give it some time to properly install VMware on your computer. Now the installation was successful. So the step we took was to change the permission of that file to an executable, and then we installed the build essential package because it is required by the installer to properly install VMware on our Ubuntu device. So once the installation is complete, we can now head over to our application menu, and there you can see VMware there. So you can click on the application to start up VMware. And we can close this up. Yeah. So now we can accept the terms. I'll click on next, accept, next, and we'll say next. So click on finish, and then you can input your password. And now, as you can see, we now have VMware on our Ubuntu machine. So it's time to run the Kali Linux as a virtual machine here. So all you get to the folder where you have that virtual machine downloaded. So go to my downloads, and you can see it's over here. So I'm going to click on open. Open. And now you can see that we have Kali Linux as a virtual machine on our VMware. So we can go ahead to power this virtual machine, or we can edit the settings. So let's just edit the virtual machine settings. So as you can see, by default, it has this 2 GB of memory. I'm going to leave it like that as the default. And the number of processors, I can just keep it 2. The network adapter, the NAT network. So it's going to allow us to share our host machine's internet connection. So our host machine is going to act as the router. So let's go to option, and let's click on save. And now we can now power on this virtual machine. Now we can now go ahead to log in into our Kali Linux distribution. So the username is Kali and the password is Kali. So we can now log in. And now, as you can see, we have Kali Linux up and running on our Ubuntu machine. So you can see, we can use a terminal. And you can see we're using Kali Linux on a virtual machine. So we can just minimize this, and you can see we can use our Ubuntu machine, and we can also navigate to this VMware and use the Kali Linux as virtual machine. So I hope this video was educating. So if you're on a Linux distribution and you want to use another operating system on VMware or as a virtual machine, this technique can be of help. If you're on a Windows device as a host machine, you can check up the previous video. I'm going to put the link in the description below so you can be able to follow up. If you're new to this channel, you can hit the subscribe button, like and share our videos. And if you have any question, feel free to drop them in the comment section. I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks.